Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Sagittarius, April 8, 2025. You're feeling positive today, and you can be quite faithful and optimistic. It can be a time of increased confidence and perhaps some pleasant competition that stirs you to do your best or reach higher. Interactions can be inspiring and revealing, and you could be feeling quite passionate about a person or an idea. A Venus-Mars influence can spice up your relationships or feelings in pleasant ways. As the day advances, making mature choices and decisions can be in focus, and it can feel good to do so. You may gain wise counsel or resolve to make improvements, but it's best to avoid locking something down with current retrogrades and upcoming shifts. With the fiery energy building within the cosmos, you have likely thrown back your mane and released a euphoric roar. This is because a solar and fellow sign recently arrived. Any lunation in Aries is never a soft, easy vibration because it encourages us collectively to put ourselves first and fight for what we want. Aries is ruled by Mars, the planet of sex, drive, and war, and will encourage you to feed your inner fiery beast. However, if there's tension in your relationship, mainly because you're being more focused on yourself, expect that you could ruffle some feathers. How do you feel about your financial standing? It might be time to let your intuition help you out, as Mars in Cancer trines Venus retrograde in Pisces. You may want to be logical and rational when you approach financial matters. However, your emotional state is trying to tell you something about your financial commitments and overall progression. Pay attention to what your inner voice has to say. Doing so can actually help you be more prosperous, secure, and empowered in the long run. You need to have a lot of room in which to express your desire for balance in your life. Start by getting rid of the clutter in your life. Clean out your closet, your kitchen cupboards, your bathroom cabinet. Get rid of all the excess baggage you're carrying around. This applies to your mental and physical selves, as well. You need to feel free, whatever that means to you. Focus on letting go of dead weight, wherever you find it. Don't be afraid to give out a few extra hugs on this day. Being the social creature you are, smiles, laughs, and conversations are bound to be plentifully offered to people in your life. However, a warm hug can send an even greater message that conveys how deeply you care. You're apt to feel more nurturing than usual under this vibration, so why not show it? Be sure to give anyone who is feeling blue the first of your hugs. It is just as Neptune, the planet of hopes and dreams, is spending his first weekend in your sector of adventure, travel, learning, and discovery in 150 years that the moon not only returns to Leo and into a friendly aspect, but into a friendly aspect to the asteroid Juno, the queen of commitment, in a playful and creative part of your chart. With Neptune and Juno set to begin a 9-day friendly aspect tomorrow, the playful, creative and adventurous side of life's fence is blowing up, and the moon is helping to give you just a small taste of things to come. There will be a lot going on in the moon's early hours in Leo, and a lot of it wrapped in strong emotional responses. While a clash with Pluto in your relationship sector might push some buttons, a friendly aspect to the asteroid Juno in your romantic sector and to dreamy Neptune in an adventurous part of your chart brings together a unique mix of romance, adventure, and nostalgia not seen before. Sagittarius, your spirit wants space and spark. Your quote of the day: freedom is the path, not just the destination. Your color of the day is cobalt blue, invigorating and bold. Lucky numbers: 3, 9, 21. A bold idea may lead to an exciting opportunity. You're craving expansion, lean into it with wisdom. Connect with someone who thinks differently. Movement, nature, or learning will recharge you. Our eyes in the sky. Let's gently step into the energy of April 8, 2025, with curiosity and openness. Today's a day that holds the potential for clarity, for connection, and maybe even a quiet personal breakthrough. Whether you're listening to this with your morning coffee, on a walk, or winding down in the evening, know that these messages are shared with the intention of supporting your journey wherever you are in it. The beauty of tarot is how it meets us where we are. So let's take a deep breath and see what's come through for you today. Our first card is the Fool, a beautiful beginning. It's the first card of the major arcana, and it carries with it that fresh, open-hearted energy of a new chapter. This doesn't have to mean a huge life change sometimes. A simply means allowing yourself to think differently or try something you've quietly wanted for a while. This card encourages spontaneity, lightness, and a sense of adventure. Think back to a time when you did something just because it felt right, not because it was practical, not because you had all the answers, but because your heart was in it. The Fool reminds you that there's wisdom in leaping, even when you don't know exactly where you'll land. Maybe today is your nudge to take that small step, to reach out, to say yes. Let yourself imagine more. Begin where you are. Next, we're met with the Seven of Pentacles. This is the energy of patience, of planting seeds and tending to them with care. It speaks to all those moments where you've put in the effort, but haven't quite seen the full reward yet. It's that liminal space between intention and result. And if you've been questioning whether what you're doing is actually going anywhere, this card says, yes, it is. It's growing even if you can't see it fully yet. Your energy, your choices, your consistency, it all matters. It's like tending to a garden. You don't dig up the roots to see if they're growing. You water it. You trust the process. Reflect today on where you've been showing up for yourself. Where have you been investing your time, your heart, your energy? The Seven of Pentacles honors that steady effort and reminds you, you're building something meaningful. Now we draw the Knight of Cups, a dreamy, romantic, emotionally expressive card. This energy is tender and intuitive. It's often linked to creative pursuits, heartfelt conversations, and following emotional truth. You might feel pulled toward beauty today in art, in nature, or in connection with someone who understands you deeply. If there's been something you've wanted to say, this card suggests that today might be the right time to say it. Expressing emotion, even awkwardly, is an act of courage. The Knight of Cups also invites you to connect with your imagination. Daydream a little. Journal. Write a love letter to your future self. Indulge in the softness that often gets overlooked in the rush of daily life. The next card is the Six of Swords, which brings a sense of quiet movement, healing, and transition. It's that feeling of finally leaving behind something heavy, even if it still lingers in the rearview mirror. This card honors the emotional labor it takes to move forward, to detach from what no longer serves, and to seek peace. You may still be carrying a little of what you left behind. That's okay. The point is, you're moving. You're choosing peace over chaos. You're choosing clarity over confusion. And that's incredibly brave. If you've been in the midst of emotional shifts, know that smoother waters are ahead. Trust your inner compass. It knows where you're going. And finally, we close with the Three of Pentacles, a card about collaboration, shared effort, and building something together. This card reminds us that we're not meant to do everything alone. Whether it's work, healing, creativity, or just making it through the day, there's support around you. Sometimes it comes from the most unexpected places: a kind word, a shared laugh, someone who sees your efforts and appreciates them. The Three of Pentacles encourages you to value your part in the larger picture. You bring something unique to the table. Your contribution matters. And you deserve to be seen and supported for it. So when we look at this reading as a whole, the Fool, the Seven of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Six of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles, we see a beautiful story unfolding. There's a sense of starting fresh, trusting the process, staying emotionally connected, allowing yourself to move on, and recognizing the strength in teamwork and shared growth. Today is not about rushing or proving anything. It's about leaning into trust, into heart, and into community. I'd really love to know what part of this reading spoke to you today. Are you feeling that you are to leap, like the Fool? Or maybe you're deep in that Seven of Pentacles energy, tending to something you've been growing. Feel free to share your thoughts, your reflections, or even just a word that captures how today feels for you. Your voice matters here. This is your space, your journey, and your reminder that you're not walking it alone. You're seen, you're supported, and there's something beautiful on the horizon, one breath, one step, one choice at a time.